Good job, Kritika. So proud of you. So this out of 40 test which you people are telling me, is this your which chapter test? It was scheduled on 26th. Is it so? Okay, Shiti, Disha, Adarsh, Nishid, Nayan, Shantanu, Ruday, Advik, Asta, and Harjot. 10 on 10. Wow, 75% got it right. Option C, that it gets one sex chromosome from mother and the other from father, is the right answer. All right. So before we go ahead, we'll take a 20-second eye break because now we are going to start with the endocrine system. Okay, endocrine system, we're going to start. We have covered sex determination and your time starts now. So close your eyes, just relax. Close your eyes for a while. All right, open your eyes, everybody. Open your eyes and give me a quick thumbs up. Right. So now, without a trouble, we are like, I need all your focus here. It is very important because I'll be sharing a lot of information. So I don't want you people to get confused in any way. Tell me, endocrine glands are ductless or they have ducts? In the chat area, I've already discussed it, so that's why I'm asking. They have ducts or they don't have ducts? They have ducts. Some are saying duct, some are saying ductless. I'm confused. Option A or B? Come on. दोनों आंसर्स मिल रहे हैं. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, I was not expecting कि इतना close हो जाएगा. Like you, half of the class is saying yes, half of the class is saying no. Exocrine glands release their chemicals in the in the ducts. They don't have ducts. Endocrine don't have ducts. They are ductless, right? They don't have ducts. In fact, they release their chemicals, which is called as hormones, in the blood directly. We discussed it last time, guys. Okay, endocrine and exocrine. And yes, there are some glands which sometimes behave like endocrine, sometimes behave like exocrine, because they have some secretions which they release in ducts and some directly in the blood. So mostly that we are going to discuss here are the endocrine, and of course some of them are mixed, like that of pancreas and ovaries and testes, right? So let's get started that how this whole system works. See, we are just initiating the conversation or the discussion. There is a lot more to these systems, right? There is much more information which in the higher grades you will be learning. Okay, when I talk about pancreas, you will learn more about it. When I talk about adrenal, when I say the pituitary gland releases the growth hormone, but that's not the only hormone it is releasing. There are 4 5 other hormones that it releases, okay, and they have their other jobs that they are doing, but it'll be too much, so that's why we are going step by step. Okay, so we will discuss some of them. Okay, so let's start with the very first gland, that is endocrine gland. Sorry, which is a pituitary gland, which is also called as master gland. And there is a reason why we call it master gland. You must be thinking, ki, ma'am, it's such a small gland. Its size, you are saying it is a pea-sized gland, and it is located in the hypothalamus region of the brain. But still, you're calling it master gland. What is the reason? MT's voice is getting a bit irritating. What? कोई noise है क्या? नहीं, there is nothing here. I'm just writing on my vacuum and nothing else is there. Trust me. Okay, I can refresh it if you think like there is some noise. Teachers, you're also hearing some noise. A quick yes if you, I mean, there is no issue with the voice, all fine. Acha. But then it's like not at my part, otherwise, everyone was able to hear any kind of noise. Amrita, it happens again, then let me know. Okay? There is no such vibration which is there. Uh, all right. Chal, let's continue. Right. So what I was telling you about the pituitary gland, which is referred to as master gland, because it controls the activity of other glands. It's like a leader of all the glands. Ki, I will tell you when you are supposed to secrete, how much you are supposed to secrete. Okay, this is the time you need to, immediately secrete the hormone. The body needs it. So basically, it is guiding other glands that when they have to secrete the hormones, right? So that's why it's fair enough to call the pituitary gland as master gland, but also there are other secretions of pituitary gland, like that of growth hormone, right? So let's see, like you must have seen some people like they are having too much of height, right? It's like, oh my God, it's they are going to touch the sky, right? As if they must be touching the ceiling of their house. But there comes a role of pituitary gland there. Maybe the growth hormone was over secreted. As I told you in the previous discussion, that too much of secretion also brings problem with it, and under secretion as well. You can see the dwarfism situation here. This person didn't receive much of growth hormone, and this person has received too much of it. That's the normal case, right? So excess of anything or even the under secretion of the same hormone creates an issue, right? So growth hormone is responsible for growth and development of an organism. Similarly, if we come to thyroid gland, which is very famous in the normal conversation nowadays. In fact, after pandemic, the doctors are like, all of people are coming with this thyroid issue. What's the issue with it? Well, there are multiple problems related to it, and of course, we say it's a lifestyle disorder because the pandemic had greater impact on our lifestyle, the way we are carrying ourselves. But what ideally this gland is doing, it is releasing a hormone called as thyroxine, which is regulating the carbohydrate, protein, and fat metabolism of the body. So it's just not the food on your plate, the way you eat it, whether your system is able to take that from the food that you have eaten. A lot of people who says ki I eat a lot, but still, my body is not able to take that. I've eaten this, that, but still these people are very, thin in shape. Maybe, well, I mean, it is out of multiple reasons. There are so many reasons which are possible, but one of the reason is maybe this particular gland is not secreting the hormone properly, or this hormone is not being secreted in proper that is being required by the body, right? And there is another disorder in which the over secretion can also happen. uh, his name is oh, thank you for sharing that, Amrita. Okay, I was not knowing that. Okay, yeah, then of course it's not like the person are not susceptible to other disorder. Of course, that's a very big disorder in his life, that is over secretion of the growth hormone. But then, yeah, science exam is tomorrow. It is coming in tomorrow. Okay, Keval, it's a good revision for you, na? So many messages. Eight not eaten, ma'am. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. So it is where it is located is the thyroid gland, which is butterfly shaped. If you just look at very carefully, on the top there is this larynx. Below that is the trachea, and there this butterfly shaped region, which is called as thyroid gland. So it balances the, it is regulating this metabolism of carbohydrate, proteins, and fats. And over and under secretion creates issue. Like one of the famous issue which we have learned in, I think, grade 6 में learn कर लिया था because of When we were discussing about deficiency diseases, so this is a mineral deficiency disorder, which we say goiter. And which mineral we are referring to here? That is iodine, right? Now, iodine plays a very important role in secretion of this hormone thyroxine, formation of it. If thyroid gland does not produce sufficient thyroxine, that individual can have this. Just look at this image at the center. Okay. Oh, so are you taking medication, Rakesh? Acha. So you must be having medication for the same, right? Yeah. Like some are lifestyle disorder that can be, with the guidance of, under the guidance of the doctor, we can rectify the or control the situation, right? So what I was telling you, this goiter issue, which you already know because of the mineral deficiency, which we refer to as iodine. Now, how come this has come into the picture of thyroid and thyroxine? Well, there comes a role of iodine. And a lot of time, you must have also heard or read somewhere that hilly people who lives in hilly region, they are more affected to this goiter issue. The reason being that soil lacks iodine. And that is the reason it has been advised that you should consume iodized salt so that you don't suffer from this deficiency of thyroxine. All right. Okay, so can you please mark where is thyroid gland, where is larynx, and where is trachea? Quick thumbs up. Hurry up, everybody. All right. Chalo fir. 1, 2, 3, go. Tap and drag. This is tap and drag. Where is larynx? Where is thyroid gland? Where is trachea? You have to mark it. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that was again close, but all right, 57% got it right. Piyush is on the top within 3 seconds. He marked the right answer. Then Idris, oh wow, Devanshi, Priyanka, Anushka, Krishna, and Aryan. That's amazing. 7 correct. So I believe everyone was able to locate thyroid gland. On the top was larynx, and then this pipe that you see, that's the trachea, right? All right, perfect. You need. Okay, so before we go for a doubt session, just a small gland I was thinking that I can discuss. One thing that is left is, like, you see some people, they prefer not to include sweets in their diet. They avoid including sweets there in their diet, right? They say, don't add sugar in my tea or coffee. Or it's like, yeah, you must be thinking, okay, they are, fitness freak or something like that. Or maybe there are person who suffer certain kind of a disorder. Now, this is related to the hormone secreted by pancreas. Again, pancreas, the same nature, like its endocrine nature is in which it secretes insulin and one more hormone, that is glucagon. Um, as a exocrine gland, it releases its pancreatic juices. Remember when we were discussing digestion in grade 7, right? So we say pancreas secretes pancreatic juices, right? So that secretion is through ducts. So we say, okay, this is a, exocrine nature of this gland because it is having its secretion in ducts. But insulin and glucagon, for now, that is, yes, it is being directly secreted into blood. And location is in abdomen cavity, you can see here. Okay. And secretion here, which we are talking about, the insulin. A lot of people take insulin shots, right? Because insulin controls the excess of sugar in your blood, right? So it's like the same thing which is happening. The way it, utilizes its excess of sugar and control and store it. Again, if there is drop in the sugar level in your blood, the other hormone is being released, that is glucagon, right? That is also being released. And in fact, it's a little bit complicated. There is there is few extra terms that you will be learning in higher grades, that how it happens, how it looks, and who is secreting insulin and who is secreting that, right? But for now, you just need to understand that pancreas secrete insulin, and that controls the blood glucose level. Okay, if there is too much of sugar in your blood, that is being controlled by this particular hormone. Okay. Right. The disorder related to it is diabetes. So these people who avoid taking too much of sugar because they know already they are facing issue of insulin in their blood, and if they take too much of sugar, so how that will be managed, right? Insufficient secretion of insulin by pancreas causes diabetes. All right, so I will take this time, like, let the teachers take your doubts. Quickly come back. We'll start with the quiz. But if you have any doubt, just let your class teachers know. Okay? Chalo, over to the teachers now.
Hey, bachcha log. Hi, Apurv. So, first thing first, that is the leaderboard. Hi, Sushma. Sushi, Divyanka, Nishit, Shreyas, Mega, Sarup, Srinidhi, Saksham, Nitya, Hurem, Siddhi, Vedashri, Kevin, Darsh, and Isha. Welcome back to you too. Hi, Samarth, Anushka, Hurem, Shubhanga, what's up? Hi, Nishit. Okay, and now you can ask your doubts, guys. Yeah, slide number 41. We haven't covered. Acha, haan, yeah. So this is the slide number 41. IVF is in vitro fertilization. It is known as test tube babies. So whenever the parents are not able to conceive, they go to this technique. Pakoras to who? This one? Okay, Divyanka. So now, what is the function of pancreas? Pancreas secretes a hormone known as insulin. Now, what is the function of insulin? It controls the level of blood sugar. It controls the level of sugar in the blood. So, if insulin is less or if insulin is more, then it can have a effect on the body. For example, if the insulin is not secreting in proper amount, then the person will have diabetes. That is known as blood sugar. Mohit, rejoin. Rejoin. Close app and rejoin. Close app and rejoin. Mohit. Yes. So, okay. So, Mohit, please just do this and definitely you will get. See, pancreas can have ducts, so it functions as a dual. It have ducts and it also secretes hormone directly into the blood. It have ducts also and it also secrete hormone directly into the blood. That is why it behave as a dual function. Okay? So as a duct is secrete enzymes, okay, which helps in digestion, and as ductless it secretes insulin. So what? Nitin, I don't got you. So what means? So what? Yeah, 38. So this is slide 38, Kritika. Why do people insist on sugar-free sweets or sugarless beverages? Definitely because they have diabetes or blood sugar. Okay, Mohit. High five. Slide 26, 31, and 34. So this was 26. Apurv. Okay. Question. Yeah, it can be genetic. It can be genetic, Sushma. This is 31. The master gland, known as pituitary gland, it controls the activities of the other glands also. That is why it's known as the ring master. Ring master, nahi master. Ring मैंने अपनी तरफ से जोड़ा है, okay? And the next was 34. Yeah. So this is the disease known as Goiter, which happens whenever the thyroid gland is not functioning properly. It means whenever the thyroid gland is not secreting thyroxine in enough amounts. So the disease will be goiter. Why insulin is not released in diabetes? No. See, pancreas का जो work है ना, it is not doing its work efficiently. We have different glands, we have different organs. So every organ behaves properly. Sometimes it's not possible. So in some of the persons, pancreas does not behave properly and they do not secrete insulin in the proper amount. So if the insulin is not secreted in proper amount, the level of sugar in the blood will increase. If the level of sugar in the blood will increase now, this can have a very harsh effect on the body. Okay, so that is why we used to take insulin shots. Anime I used to watch. Digimon was my favorite, but अब नहीं देखता मैं. चलो, we'll meet at the end, guys. Bye bye.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Give me a quick yes. Audio video check. Audio video check. Yes, yes, yes. You can hear me. You can see me. All right, let's get started. Fine. So, without wasting a single second, let's get started with the quiz. Goiter is a disease of thyroid, nerves, pancreas, or ovaries. Your time starts now. Come on, quickly. Also, once again, I am sharing the link for the form. Please do fill this form, guys. Don't miss out filling this form. That's very important. All right. Nishit Srishti, Drishika, Mangalam, Rutvik, Siona, Saksham, Chaitanya, Krityanj, and Shriya. 10 on 10. Excellent job. 82% got it right. Very well done. Well, thyroid is the right answer. Diabetes is due to insufficient secretion of insulin, oversecretion of insulin, high blood glucose level, or both A and C. Diabetes, we are talking about. 3, 2, 1. Insufficient or oversecretion, or high blood glucose level, or you think both A and C? That's very good. Lots of kids were marking the right answer. Rutvik, Rishit, Sri Hari, Kunjarnav, Sudarshan, Suhasini, Ronak, Piyush, and Shriya. 3, 4, 5 kids in top 10. Okay, it was both A and C. See, insulin insufficient secretion will happen, then that will lead to the same situation, that is high blood glucose level. So if I'm saying A or C, that's the same thing. This is a result. High blood glucose is the result of low secretion or insufficient secretion of insulin. So those who marked option D, very good. All right, so till now we have this as a leaderboard. Kunj is leading with 8 stars and 656 points, followed by Shishtri, blah blah, then Advik, Niharika, Bhavya, Lipi, Nishid, Rakesh, Sindhuja, Ruday, Shriya, Suhasini, Shantanu, and Devanshi, sorry. Okay, so now we are left with the two other glands and hormones, that is adrenal and that's it, reproductive health. We'll talk about, okay? So you must have changed. What changes do you undergo in situation of danger? You are, you are too much scared, okay? You just watch a horror movie and nobody's there at your place and the lights are off and you want to go to kitchen and take water. So what happens? You shiver, your heartbeat increases, you sweat, or all of these. Come on, tell me what happens. Or you're like, no, I'm nothing happens, ma'am. I just go straight forward and okay. 5, Four, three, two, one. All right. So usually we face all these situations when we are too much scared, right? Exactly. But then again, if I say there is a hormone behind all these like fast heartbeats and you are sweating and you are like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Well, then I won't be wrong here. Adrenal glands, as the name suggests, renal se related, right? You do see just above the kidneys what is the location of all these glands on the top of each kidneys, and what they're secreting. They are secreting adrenal hormones. Okay, it is responsible for adrenal rush. Adrenaline कहते हैं वैसे तो, right? Adrenaline rush. A lot of people do exciting things, bungee jumping, and a lot of other sport, right? Even sitting in a, what was that, giant wheel, that's also very challenging. Like when it goes up, it's wow, but when it comes down, then my heartbeats goes like it's like, actually I feel my heart is going to come out of the body. Have you ever felt something like that? Give me a quick thumbs up. Like in Delhi, like we have a amusement park and there is a slide which is called a sidewinder. My God, that is also too scary. So all these rides, oh my God. So that is the time when we actually feel this adrenal rush. Adrenal produce hormone which is called as adrenaline. It helps your body to adjust a stress when you are very angry, you are embarrassed or worried. All of a sudden you were caught off guard, right? The teacher asked you, you tell me the answer, boy. And you were just gossiping or eating something and you're like, oh, okay, are you asking me? I just was eating this thing which I'm not allowed, right? So then in that case your body all of a sudden produces this hormone, right? Getting scared, sweating, shivering, all are the results of adrenal secretions. Adrenal glands also secrete one more hormone, that is corticoids, which is responsible for maintenance of the salt in your blood. So salt balance is being maintained by this hormone. All right, so adrenal rush you have understood. In fact, then we can go towards the boss. Okay. So when we say, oh, we get goosebumps, that's also the result of the same hormone. So the boss is pituitary gland. He says, okay, all right, adrenal, all right, thyroid, it's time to secrete the hormone. And then they receive their message, they secrete their hormone. And why blood vessels are there? Because they are secreting they are secreting hormones directly into the blood, and that is the reason we call them endocrine. Is it clear, everybody? Give me a quick yes. All right. So major portion we have covered, but you see, like if I say these butterflies and this tadpole is undergoing metamorphosis or reproduction, so what will be your answer? Ma'am, this is so metamorphosis or it is reproduction. What exactly it is? Yes, of course, this is metamorphosis. We not even call it a growth. Like for us, for human beings, we have growth hormone, which plays an important role. For metamorphosis, there is also another hormone which is contributing in this process, and that is thyroxine, right? Metamorphosis in insects is controlled by insect hormones. And if I tell you that from tadpole to this frog stage, this drastic changes which happens in case of the frog, well, behind that, the hormone is thyroxine, which is secreted by thyroid gland. Yes, so what is the order? Pituitary, the boss, stimulates the thyroid. Hey, hello, come on, secrete the hormone, and thyroid is secreting this hormone, that is thyroxine, which as a result of which the metamorphosis happens. That means, is it possible like no, metamorphosis is not happening? Yes. If thyroxine is not being secreted, then in absence of if thyroxine is not secreted, then this metamorphosis will not happen. And you know, for thyroxine, what we need iodine. So if this particular tadpole is in a water body where that water lacks in iodine, it doesn't have sufficient iodine, then this possibility is also there. Okay? Because we know for the production of thyroxine, we need good amount of iodine. Right? That's clear, everybody. Quick thumbs up. Yes, Lippy, there are certain disorders. There are certain disorders. In fact, if we are not, and that is again related to lifestyle. When we say lifestyle disorder, if you're not doing proper exercise, our diet is fluctuating, sleeping pattern is affected. So that all affects the hormonal secretion, and we say hormonal imbalance as a result of it. And there could be other things also, which I don't want to say, because a lot of things starts with the food that we are consuming, and we don't know what type of food we are consuming these days. If I suggest you eat this in your diet, and you also go and buy those items from the market, but the vegetables, the milk that we are consuming, you don't know they have already certain kind of adulterants which are affecting, which are changing our hormonal situation within, and we are coming up with the problem and nobody's saying anything to us. We say like we are following everything, we are taking everything in our diet, but still we are facing issue. The reason being adulteration. Anyways, so can you complete this? Come on, quickly, very easy. Where should I put this thyroxine and where should I put this pituitary? This is the master which stimulate thyroid, and thyroid is secreting something which is resulting in metamorphosis. Quickly. Five, four, three, two, and one. All right. Perfect. Okay. So maximum kids got it right. Z, Swara, Nishchid Nena, Chaitanya, Balasubramaniam, Adi, Anushka, and Harjot. 9 correct. Pituitary on the top, and then was the thyroxine. Amazing. For the metamorphosis of tadpoles, which of the following element must be available in water? Chlorine, sulfur, carbon, or iodine? That's very easy. Yes, Drushika, Anushka, Chaitanya, Sudarshan, Hriday, Rutvik, Nishit, Swara, Shrishti, and Ronak. 9 correct. Excellent. 77% got it right. Option D is right. We were referring to iodine because we know iodine is playing a very important role in formation of thyroxine. Amazing. Okay. So last topic, that is reproductive health. Talking about the reproductive health, when I say healthy person, so I don't only say if a person is, there is no, he or she is not suffering from any kind of disease. We just don't mean by physical health. Mental, social well-being is also important. Emotional health is also important, right? What is your emotional state? What kind of thoughts you're having, right? And yeah, a lot of other factors are there, right? We cannot say a complete healthy person is the one who's away from all diseases, right? And how to maintain all that? Balanced diet, personal hygiene, physical exercise, and no to drugs. See, again, here we are saying that complete well being is physical, mental, emotional, and social. But then again, the suggestions are most probably physical. And yeah, we say that a good mind is present in a good body. If you are healthy, away from all diseases, so you are able to have good thoughts also. But I would like to add here, as you need all these balanced diet, the food for your body, you need good reading material or the data that you're consuming online these days. Keep a check on that. That is food for your mind. If you're consuming all the kind of data irrespective of removing all the filters, that will affect your mental state, right? What you will become as a person, what thoughts will you have as a person. So that should be checked. The books that you're reading, the people with whom you're communicating, the kind of influence that they have on you, right? There are so many social media influencers these years. You follow them, you find it cool, the kind of songs you hear, they all have impact on you. Trust me. That is making your character, right? And the output will be what you are as a person. Yes? So do take care of all the nutrients that you are adding and putting on your plate. Don't miss out on anything. And yes, again, milk, which is called as a complete food. Uh, Unfortunately, this is also being adulterated in nowadays, and a lot of people don't add it to their diet. But yeah, that's a complete food. In fact, our Indian plate is a perfect balanced diet. Add more colors to your plate, right? Make it more colorful. Green vegetables should be there, dal should be there, all other stuff should be there, right? For a baby, we say mother's milk is the complete food, right? They don't consume all those chapati and all, but still they are healthy. Yes, lack of cleanliness, personal hygiene, uh, causes a lot of issue. Yes, especially for females during menstrual flow, they need to take extra precautions. Use sanitary napkin and keep changing them with every 4 to 5 hours. Okay, right? Then yes, well, I encourage, yes, personally I do encourage you people to be involved in all these physical activities, but with pandemic lockdowns and yeah, our non availability or non feasibility of going into the park makes little bit difficult for us. But then we can always put some music and dance, right? That brings that physical activity at our within the room of our house, isn't it? Again, under any pressure, under any peer pressure, just to try that others are trying, my best friend is trying, he's taking drugs, or like, what happens if I take one drink? It's not a big deal. Till the time you are old enough to take that decision, avoid that, right? Once you are, you know, what do we say, like 18 plus, right? When you have that kind of mental setup that you can decide, yes, I can take it, I can handle this, then you decide. Like, I'm nobody to tell you like you're not supposed to this or that. But then all these steps have consequences. Whatever you decide, that will have a consequence, and then you have to be prepared for the same. AIDS, that is again a disease which is caused due to a virus. Well, mode of transfer are multiple, like the blood transfusion, or it could be through the sexual contact also. And in fact, the infected mother can pass on to the baby as well. That is also a possibility, right? So that's a disease because which is not having a cure, which attacks your immune system, and that's why it is something uh, which we don't want to, we don't have a solution for the same, so we don't want that to happen, and that's why we take precautions for the same. So tell me, AIDS can be transferred from infected to another person through sharing food, sharing comb, blood transfusion, or a mosquito bite. What could be the possible chance of transfer of the disease? Quickly, guys, quickly, just one more question, then we'll be done. Okay. Very good. Like 10 on 10. Option C was the right answer. Maximum students are going with that. That is blood transfusion. And one last question. Good health includes protein, carbohydrate, fats, protein, fats, vitamins, and carbohydrates. Carbohydrates and proteins, or proteins and vitamins. Come on. And today, by the end of the day, you will be receiving your assignment for this chapter. Please do complete it. And tomorrow you have test 5 to 6 p.m. science test, and that is combustion flame and coal petroleum. Kunj, Priyanka, Sudarshan, Rutvik, Rishita, Bala Subramaniam, Ananya, Srishti, Shiona, and Chaitanya Veer. Congratulations, 9 correct